Okay, my name is Noval Afif Oriskan Sapatyasina as a first speaker from government team. In this motion, we define automation as the use of technology, include AI, robotics, or computer system also, to perform manufacturing tasks that were previously done by human power. We limit this motion just to large-scale manufacturing corporations such as automotive, textile, electronics, and logistics also, like food, drink, or any other large corporation, which is automate maybe over time 60 to 70% of their human worker, not for small-scale home factory. So, honorable adjudicators, in this debate, we stand firmly to totally support the motion. This House would heavily tax manufacturing corporations that automate the majority of their workforce. In co-situation, we live in the world where technology have progress moves like a thunder speed. Automation is becoming the new step in factory to replacing maybe chosen to millions of human work. Remember that behind every robot arm in factory also, there was a worker left unfortunately, a family with no income, and a children hungry too. I strongly believe this is time for governments to step in, take responsibility, and also set limitation before it's too late. Exactly, I would like to tell you all about main argument that support our stance here today. First, automation without responsibility depend on inequality. When corporations replace most of their workforce with machines, with robots, but didn't face the consequence, it can lead a wide dangerous gap between the rich and poor people. Here I tell the reality if machines don't demand wage, benefits or time off. For companies, this is a dream, but unfortunately for workers, it's a nightmare. As a job work, the middle and lower class people also lose their income and dignity. Surely it's happened while the corporate owner, as known as boss, can reach higher profits for himself. If we don't tax this corporation, they are rewarded for abandoning many workers who built their success. By taxing this corporation heavily, we force them to share the burden that they created. That revenue can be used to fund job training programs like training in work as Indonesian as known in Indonesian is magang and etc. This is not punishment but fairness. Next, without regulation, automation erodes human purpose and national productivity. A society where people are no longer needed in the workforce contains risk more than just unemployment. It risks the loss of national economic sustainability. In nowadays, people need work not just for money, but for identity also. If automation continue, what happened to millions of workers? Remember that not everyone can learn to code or become like robotics engineer. Whenever too many citizens whose their economy is not relevant, whenever we just risk civil unrest, mental health crisis, and drop in national morale. For example, in regions where mass layoffs happen because automation, like in warehouse town, across the United States and several parts of industrial in China, we have seen many people in depression, substance abuse, and even suicide. When people feel they was replaced by machine like robot and system and feel ignored by system, surely a trust in factory was gone. Thus, it's not just about money, but it's a message also. If you want to automate some system, you must help sustain the society. This is my third argument. Heavily taxing automation products. Future job can protect future jobs market from collapse in future also. Heavy tax on corporation that automate most of their workforce is not just about fixing problems in nowadays. It's about protecting the jobs of tomorrow, and if we don't act now, we risk creating a domino effect. So the next is when one large company automates without limits, their competitor will follow just to stay alive. That sets off a race where human labor, human power, is rapidly devalued. The more automation becomes the cheap way or poor way, the less incentive companies have to invest in real human potential and the less secure future generation. In many developing countries, people still depend on factory work for social mobility. Once those factories automate without contributing, it can create a trap. People cannot move forward, but they can't go back either. So, what we are support is very simple. When a company chooses to replace human jobs with machines, they must pay extra tax proportional for how much of their workforce who automate by them. This will be done through government auditing. The money collected will go into a national fund used for the to reduce the poverty, maybe with training program, and this build also more humanity, fair and sustainable economy. To conclude that, we are not against innovation, remember? We face irresponsibility. We are not saying that automation is bad, is evil, but we give an advice we must can handle it with caution, compassion, and accountability also. If they can replace human works to maximize profits, then they should be prepared to invest. The society they are change. Thank you.